Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody's having a good Thursday, having a good end to your week in the midst of all the chaos and changes and shit. At any rate, this is a weekend update. We're rolling Friday through Tuesday. Tomorrow, August 7th through Tuesday, August 11th. In the middle of all of that, on Saturday is the Lionsgate portal, or 8-8. The veil is thin, people. That's all I can tell you. The veil is thin. So stuff that people think they getting away with ain't happening. People trying to fake the funk ain't happening. Just saying. At any rate, I have shuffled and cut the cards. What I've seen so far, and I guess this probably is going to resonate with a lot of you. A lot of you frustrated right now. You're tired. You've been going through this shit all year. And I guess what makes it so bad for us is that there's no firm ground anywhere. As soon as you think you're standing on solid rock, somebody come with a sledgehammer and start tearing that shit up. So I feel you. Some of you are in decision-making mode, but you got that, what is it, Two of Coins, dude kind of just, with the water thing, balance, trying to figure the hell. You're weighing your options. You got some choices, and for some of you it might be better the devil I know than the new person that's rolling up on the scene. Take your time in deciding on who it is you're trying to spend this next chapter of your life with, or at least who you are thinking about circling the wagon with. You just put that there, because you might not be at the point of getting from one stage to another. You might not be at the point of roommates and now we're going to try to get married or get engaged. You might not be there yet. You might be earlier in the situation than that. And so you're just kind of looking to see. This is just what I just said. This is not funk faking energy. So you're going to do better, I think, overall, if you go with how your heart feels. If you try to put logic into something, or you try to add up the A's and the B's and the apples and the oranges and shit, you're going to come up short, because there are elements, because we're moving into a more spiritual realm. Once again, veil is thin. Doing things from a logical standpoint, probably not so much now. And then just to reiterate that fact, we've still got Uranus floating around in our chart like it's our master planet or some shit. I don't know. So all these changes, while they seem unnerving, they're actually very good for us. Because we, Tauruses, we can kind of sometimes be sticking the mud to some of the other signs, because we provide so much stability. At the end of the day, ain't nobody trying to go party and be a fire sign and hang out and do some shit. We trying to go home and sit down and get some good food and see some good TV and call it a night. But for a lot of us, time for change. Time to get out of that. Time to get while the getting is good, pretty much. So we are overalling with 2 pentacles on the top, the 5 and the 7. This is a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. Yeah, didn't I say the devil better with the devil you know than the devil you don't? How about that? I did see, what did I see? Is that the devil card? Yeah, that was the devil card I saw. In this deck. So, Queen of Swords on the 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups on the 7 of Pentacles. That'll be telling you something, man. 8 of Pentacles for tomorrow pulls the Ace of Swords. Saturday, 8-8. Lionsgate pulls the Page of Wands or Rods. Oh shit, with the 3 of Swords on top. Always some monkey shit in the game. Sunday, 7 of Cups on top of the Page of Swords. 4 of Swords pulls the 3 of Coins for Monday. And the Devil card pulls the 5 of Cups and some misery. Kiss my ass. That's how I'm feeling about that right now. That is just about how I'm feeling about that. Universe, I need to pull one card for the Page of Wands with the Three of Swords on top. That is August 8th, 2020. Just want to get some insight into that portal. And that is pulling the Sun card. Elimination of shadows. Oh shit. Okay. Dear Taurus, your overall energy from the front end. This is about self-sabotage right here. This is Five of Coins. Don't get no better than this. Five of Coins, Five of Cups. So just with the fives on the board, there are two of them. You got changes coming from the emotional set and changes coming from your mindset, the intellect. With the Queen sitting on top of the Five of Pentacles, many of you are considering doing the X thing. So now however that's resonating with you, and this is kind of in, not kind of, it's just in your overall energy. And what you're doing is you're self-sabotaging because you're not putting any boundaries up on what you're thinking. I know, just like, what the hell did you just say? You're not putting any fences up around what you're thinking. You're not putting any guardrails up around what you're thinking. And you are letting your mind, or as the Buddhists say, you are letting the monkey brain run wild and run loose. And so your message here, kind of kicking back from the Queen, is that many of you are already trying to do this, but some of you are just so overwhelmed because you got so much shit going on. It's just kind of hard to get the focus and get your thoughts together. But the message here is about bringing all of that self-sabotaging, self-defeating, oh my God, it didn't work last time, it's not going to work this time. Get that shit and put it in a box and put it somewhere. And get your thoughts organized. Again, some of y'all are already feeling this and you're trying to do it, and it can be difficult, especially if you've got a lot of irons in the fire. You might be trying to figure out what's going on with work, you got kids, you know, you got parents, grandparents, this, that, and the other, and everything going on. And so sometimes trying to get the genie in the bottle, if you will, is difficult because you got so much stuff, it's just hard to focus. Here the message is to try to get your thoughts organized so that you get out of this, oh my God, here we go again type feeling. And a lot of you, I can feel a lot of you feel that sinking in my stomach, like, yeah, this ain't looking good for the home team. But what a lot of you don't understand, especially as it relates to exes, for all the things that you've gone through, dear Taurus, they have too. So if last year kicked your ass, whoever it is that you're dealing with, it kicked their ass too. So just don't think you are the lone wolf and you going through all of this. And a lot of times we get in our heads, that ear shit, and we overanalyze and overthink everything. And then, you know, before the horse gets out the gate good, we're like, fuck it, I ain't doing it. And a lot of that is about our nature and about who we are, because we're not to flights of fancy and bullshit. We want shit that's solidly on the ground. But for many of you, especially with Uranus, this is April, early May Tauruses, there's a struggle there because you know there needs to be some change in your life and what you're doing. But the fuck, got that self-side, got the Memorex tapes going on in your head. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, you can't go back. Oh, you can't fix it. You can't. Instead of trying to get a narrower focus on your feelings and your emotions, which then takes us to the back end with the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Some of y'all are trying to do this and you don't even realize you're doing it. Trying to create something that's going to last, legacy. And as I say the word legacy, how far does that damn road go back there? What the hell, what is that back there? How far does that go back? Your legacy. So many of you are thinking about this as it's relating to a lover or potential lover But when you got the front end killing any good, whatever you're trying to create back here, so you have to get a handle. You got to get a handle on the self-defeating talk in your brain and get on to a more positive. Looking at tomorrow's card, the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, there are positive changes coming, and you should start hearing, if you haven't already, you should start hearing the faint whispers being communicated to you. This might be on your job. This might be with a new or potential mate. It might be with a current, old, long-time flame, however. But positive changes, that's this Eight of Pentacles, being communicated to you in some form or fashion. For some of you, I hear change, and I see banks. So you may have had something go on during one of the last two Mercury retrogrades with the bank, fucking around with your money, $200 here, $35 there, and you haven't gotten it straight. This may be the point that you start hearing some positive communication about what's going on with any kind of hang-ups you've had in the recent past, last 6 months with your money. So I did just what you did when I saw this and went off. But the hell now? How many more hearts do we have to give? That shit right there. But it's not that. It's about, let's start at the bottom, the Page of Wands. This may be a younger person than you, Taurus. Female, male, however that's resonating. But a younger person than you, or a younger acting person, somebody that's full of spunk and vigor and vim and all that shit. A lover, a messenger, somebody's coming, and it's not going to be about the heartbreak. They may actually be coming to apologize, especially if this was a deal that was open-ended in the past, where, you know, everybody pretty much just said, fuck you, and nobody got back to apologizing or clearing up any misunderstandings. And so then the Sun card, and this is the vice versa deck. I love this deck. Check that out. Elimination of doubts and fears. Shadows. They call them shadows. I call them doubts and fears. Same thing. So whoever's coming, and I pulled this because it is the portal, and that the sun is shining brightly on that card. I don't think it's a mistake, because you're going through a portal. Healing, communication, apologies, run the gamut. Dinner, makeup, sex, take your pick. That's where you're at right there. Listen, because there are things maybe that you didn't know that you're going to hear if this is resonating with you. So before you just spot off and do the Taurus thing and, you know, I was so hurt, how could you do that to me? Before you go there, listen, because a lot of times our perception of what we're doing is right, and it may well be, but to the other person, it might look like we're doing something totally different. Be mindful of that. Have an open heart, open mind on Saturday. So whatever the universe is trying to give you, as far as messages or gifts even, let's see bowls and boxes, be open. Before you open your mouth and say something, just hold on. Listen to what's being said, so you can go through this transition, because that's really what it is. You're transitioning from one thing to another, so you can go through it smoothly and not feel like you missed something, or that something wasn't said or didn't get a chance to be said. We get to Sunday with the Seven of Cups, top of the Page of Swords, back to decision making, keen mental powers. La-dee-dee-dee-dee. I'm going to get all the dogs. Yeah, that part right there. Using your keen mental powers, your discernment, your critical thinking, all of it. Using it. And then listening to your heart when you start dealing with whatever the options are, whether this is work, whether it's love, whatever, wherever that's ding-donging around for you. Use your mind to sort out what you need to sort out, but follow your heart. Like I said at the beginning of this, it's not going to be the usual. Not going to be the regular. It's going to be a change. It's going to be different. It's going to feel different. And it needs to feel different because we've been doing the same thing over and over again. And a lot of us don't understand we're not happy now because we keep doing the same thing over and over again. I'm raising my hand on that one. Anyway, use everything that you have. Use your wisdom, your critical thinking skills, your heart, your intuition. Use all of it. Go slow. You're already in the decision-making process. Don't just think because you decide on Sunday or Saturday or next Thursday or 2 months from now, you're going to make a decision that you are just entering that mode. No, you're in that mode now because you're weighing your options. Remember, I told you, I saw it's a 2 of coins, dude trying to juggle, weighing those options. And that's what all of us are doing. We're trying to weigh our options. And it could go from whether or not you want to send your kid to school to whether or not you need to do something with your money that needs to be done, or do you need to wait? Weighing options. But use everything at your disposal to come to that decision. Most importantly, your heart. We get to Monday, 3 and 4. 3 coins, 3 swords. It's about being vigilant and waiting for the right opportunity. Striking while the iron is hot, yes? Making plans. And this is a little less bull and a little more strategic thinking. This is not so much us just running through the china shop and, roaring and doing our thing, but little strategy, whatever it is that you're trying to attain, or whatever it is you're trying to embark upon, whether that's a relationship, a new job, a new house, or whatever. Using some strategy behind it, making plans so you can come up with the best way to deal with whatever it is, to get in it, get out of it, however it's resonating. But being strategic. Don't get frustrated because you can tie yourself up, the sword, you can just tie yourself up with your thoughts. And once again, telling the monkey mind to shut up and sit down, have a seat. Your brain is going to process everything. If you don't give it instructions, it's just going to process everything. That's just how the mind works. So, strategic. Take your time. And if you take your time, you'll be less likely to be frustrated. When we get to Tuesday, once again, the tendency may be to be dwelling on this mess up here in the front on your white carpet. I'm just saying, instead of the 2 just back here with the light shining all on them. I'm just saying, to face your fears. Dead end is not what's coming back on this. It's the questions. And for some of you, it may be the questions that you're asking, the decisions that you're trying to make. Obviously, you don't want to make a decision that feels like a dead end. Again, that comes back to this. Being open and using everything at your disposal to make the decision that you want to make, or that you need to make with some clarity. I keep coming back to her. And you're putting some structure pretty much around your thinking and what you're emanating. Because if you're going to throw the negative scenarios out there now before you even, again, get the horse out the gate, you've already killed the whole thing. And that's not your intent, I'm sure. You're trying to move forward. So having some self-discipline about your thought processes will help greatly. See what the Rebel cards got for you today for the weekend. Taurus. This is good. The only thing I don't see on the board that would have made heaps of sense is a Justice card. Even a Judgment card for that. Knight of Cups at the bottom. Oh, shit, now. 3 of Cups. Hey, celebration time. So some of you, by the time you get, I'm going to poke it out there. and say by the time you get to this time next month, by the time we get to September's monthly, yeah, by the time, right around the time I do September's monthly, you should be seeing some positive, big changes wherever it is that you've got your focus on, work, love, wherever that is. You should see some positive changes, and you emitting positive thought will help all that much more. 2 more cards, universe. 2 more cards. Oh, 1 more card, universe, please. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. Okay? I'm gonna let that be what it is. No commentary from me. Whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. Whatever you were thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. I got a funny, sneaky suspicion. Just remember you heard that here, and when it pops into your head, whatever you get ready to do in that moment, don't do it. Don't do it. Deal with your drama. Handle exes, old hurts, and unresolved shit. That's the clearing the path card for this day. Just deal with anything that's unresolved, especially if you're trying to get back into an old relationship or situationship that maybe didn't end right the first time. Deal with the drama and clean shit up so you can start new and fresh. Yeah, shuffle these. Let us see. 3 cards for Taurus weekend update. Focus yourself in light. That's been coming up a lot. Mentors and role models. Oh. Well, I'll just take what fell out. Thank you. Instant feedback. What I just say? Clear the path. Past. Clear the past. Aura cleanse. Mentors and role models. Those of you that are dealing with work issues, try to reach out to those that have maybe been where you are now and are in a different situation, or someone more senior than you. They've got some insights that can help you. This may be something they want to do offline and not in the office for whatever reason. They don't want anybody to hear blah, 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 blah. That's cool. No worries there. But reach out to people that can be mentors and role models. Some of you, on the converse side of that, may wish to be a mentor or role model. Good time. This is an excellent time to do that kind of thing. Poke yourself in light, as usual. Whatever it is, before you walk out the door, just do it. Know that the universe has you and that you are safe and protected. Oh. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. Yep, I don't have any other messages, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope those of you that are doing a relationship thing right now, weighing your options, follow your heart. Follow your heart. It'll pay off in the end. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a good weekend. Bye, y'all.